Hi, Teri. We're going to do a topic on should marijuana be legalized? In your opinion, why do you think that society perceives marijuana as a negative influence?
I think the big thing that everyone says who's against is marijuana is a gateway drug to other drugs, which isn't always true. It depends on each person. It depends if you're, in my opinion, an idiot to go and try heavy drugs. Like apparently heroin is the number one drug in the country. That is sad. Pot, natural, makes more sense. So I think that's definitely the number one thing. It's not that it kills people. It doesn't. It's that it's a gateway drug, which a lot of people I know have only ever, smoked marijuana and have never touched anything else. And they don't plan to touch anything else. You don't need to. Not everyone's curious to have to try something or to risk trying something that they can get, addicted to and then mess up their whole life for nothing.
What do you think the difference is from the way that it was perceived in the 70s and 80s as opposed to it is right now?
It's definitely a lot different. When my mom was growing up, things were a lot different. Things were a lot more relaxed. It was a lot more. There were still people were still against it, but everyone did it. Everyone knows there was so many potheads in the 60s and still in the 70s. Most of our parents are from that age, of my age currently. And pot is the least to worry about. Now it's, you get caught with it, you get sentenced to jail. Back then, it's what, maybe the police joined you in smoking with you or took it away or said don't do that, go home. Seriously? And now you go to jail for it, for even in the States having a pipe or any type of drug paraphernalia, you go to jail. I don't think that's right at all.
Do you think that marijuana is abused?
Yes, I think that there's a lot of younger kids who are smoking marijuana because of friends from school that should not be even touching it, especially at such a young age. And there's a lot of people who use it to, those, potheads that, everyone stereotypically thinks is a pothead. That, they stay home all day, they play video games or watch TV, they just eat food, they sit there, they don't do anything, they're not productive, they don't make money, they don't do chores, that's all they do. It's just drugs and maybe some food and washroom breaks and sleep. But that's not how it is for everyone. Those are for the people who want to use marijuana as a drug and to help to deal with their life, or to, like alcohol, to deal with problems in their life instead of actually dealing with them.
What kind of people do you believe that could benefit, positive or negative, from smoking marijuana, and why?
I definitely think there's a lot of positives, and a lot of people that could benefit a lot from marijuana. People with serious health problems, cancer, fibromyalgia, MS, chronic pain, um, nausea issues, people with arthritis. There's just so many health issues that it has shown that when people, have smoked it and, they get relief, they're able to actually, eat food. They're actually able to walk around their house. How sad is it if you can't walk around your house, but if you have some marijuana and smoke it, you can actually function somewhat like a regular person instead of not functioning at all. And, I don't think kids should be smoking it. I don't think anyone under the age of 18 should be smoking it, or 19. It should be kind of like the whole deal with booze. But there's a lot of people that misuse it, people who are addicts, people who have an addictive personality. Probably shouldn't use it unless you have a health issue. What's the point? You're just going to burn money anyways. If you're a social smoker, I understand that. But if you're spending hundreds of dollars just to get high and do nothing else, what kind of productivity are you doing in your life? Like, is that all? If you died tomorrow, would you be content? Like, I wouldn't if that was the case. I'd be more content if I was, if my situation was, I was sick and I smoked marijuana, but I helped it so I could function, so I could work, so I could make money, so I can go out and enjoy things and do things with family and friends and somewhat have a normal life. That is different. That it makes sense to me.
What do you think is worse, cigarettes, alcohol, or marijuana?
Um, Definitely marijuana is not the problem for me. It is booze and cigarettes. It's hard to place one above the other. I think they're both kind of at the same stage because smoking you're basically smoking poison and tar and all these terrible chemicals that if people actually thought and paid more attention to, that you're actually breathing it in. People aren't just putting it on a chart. You're actually breathing in tar and poison and things that kill you. That's why you get emphysema and asthma and lung cancer, and why the lung then looks black because you're killing it.
Do you believe that the government is doing some sort of population control by allowing alcohol and cigarettes to be legalized as opposed to a natural source of like enjoyment per se as marijuana?
Um, it wouldn't shock me. I wouldn't know for sure, obviously, but it definitely would not shock me because we have such a large population, and you always hear of kids, ODing on drugs, ODing and getting alcohol poisoning and dying at parties. It almost happened to a family member very close to me, and it completely blew my mind that teenagers, this is a common thing, that they almost die because they want to drink and party. And cigarettes, it might not kill you right away, but it's going to kill you later on in life. You're going to suffer later, and I've seen many family members who have suffered. And you really, once you see someone truly suffer from what cigarettes can do to you, you don't ever want to touch them. You don't want to put that on your worst enemy, let alone yourself. And drinking here and there is one thing, but when you're drinking and you can drink and die, that's a different thing. Marijuana, it doesn't kill you. So yes, I could believe that the government is using it as population control.
That's definitely something to think about deep. Thank you very much, Teri.